The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Hey everyone, hello and hello, welcome to Christmas edition 1.0 of The Absurd, our first ever Christmas episode.
Ho, ho, ho.
That's Mel.
Yes.
Ho,
Hoeing.
ho, hoing.
Ho, ho, hoing.
Yeah. I was going to say the ho, ho, hoer, but that didn't want that to be
Ho,
misconstrued.
ho, hoer. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, so here we are,
Here we
December
are.
23rd.
Yes.
It's snowing out.
It's
It's
crunch
blowing out.
time. Yeah, it is it?
Well, I don't know. I can't
don't
really see
know.
it, but I assume it was this morning when I was out doing errands,
Yeah.
walking around. I wasn't all that keen on it. I didn't wear a hat either. I should have worn a
You
hat.
should have worn a hat.
Should have worn a hat.
I almost fell down this morning.
No way. From where?
My driveway.
Oh. But
Because it was icy.
cool.
No, it wasn't cool.
Did you actually slip and catch yourself?
Yes, I did.
That's terrifying, isn't
It
it?
is terrifying.
It's good for the adrenal glands, though.
I'm like, oh God, I'm going to break my back. This is like the first thing I
Wow.
think of when I start to fall.
Back isn't my concern.
Even just to like catch myself. I'm like, I'm going to throw my back out or something. But I did not fall.
Hitting my head is the worst.
Yeah.
Well, like, I actually told this dude once outside the apartment, new Canadian guy, he walks out all cool and heavy duty like, and with his hands in his jeans pockets. And I'm
bad
like,
idea.
hey,
Don't
don't
do
walk like that. And he actually got lippy. I'm like, keep your hands out of your pockets, because if you slip,
Yeah.
at least you can brace yourselves. Yeah, you might take out an elbow.
Well,
Better that
some
than the
people
back
need
of
to
your
learn
head.
the hard way.
And then I stopped caring almost
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, I would too.
You know, screw you.
Yeah, I said it to my son when he came outside. I'm like, oh, be careful. I'm like, see that spot there? That's where I almost fell. And he goes, oh, like this? And then he like, did the run and slide.
Did
I'm
he
like,
fall?
yeah. No, he didn't.
Did you try
Show
it then?
off. No.
Was.
No, I did not.
I once wiped out black ice. It wasn't like winter. Well, it was cold enough for black ice, obviously, but there wasn't snow and whatever. And I was walking along, and I was mindful of black ice, but I hit it and went over backwards. I got my arms back in time,
Yeah.
so and I got my head up. So I landed on my shoulders, but hard enough that it popped the lens out of my glasses.
Oh, jeez.
But I heard where it went.
Oh, man.
So I just I grabbed it and put it back on my glasses, and I'm like, holy shit, that was hardcore, man.
The worst.
Worst. Well, being set on fire would probably be worse.
Well, yes.
Yeah, so
But
Merry
yeah,
Christmas,
crunch
everyone.
time. Yeah.
Happy
Merry
Hanukkah,
Christmas.
Joyeux Noël,
All the things.
Happy Holidays, Feliz Navidad, Aloha. I think that's about it.
Is it?
I don't know. You know how to say it in Japanese?
I do not.
No, me neither.
No.
But I hope everyone has a good and safe holidays. And
Yes.
we had a little gift exchange here today.
We did.
We both got each other. So, no,
thanks.
Winnipeg scored. Sorry, we're watching the Toronto Leafs Winnipeg Jets game. Ah, well.
Because, in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I hate afternoon NHL games. God, what is this, football?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mel was late coming, so we can't go to our place for wings.
I
so her
know.
fault.
It wasn't my fault.
It's totally your fault.
It was not.
Yep. Everybody wrote in, oh, we're getting another message in. Yeah, it was definitely Mel's fault. Look at that. The switchboard is lighting up. I just got 38 emails all agreeing with me. But no, we are going to go somewhere for a festive drink afterwards.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't we?
Right?
Yeah, so we got some stories today, of course.
Yes.
And they're all, in some way, directly or indirectly, Christmas themed.
They are.
You know?
Yeah, we thought we'd stick with it. That'd be good.
My thumb really hurts.
Does it? What'd you do?
I have a linen closet, has one of those bifolding doors.
Oh, no. I don't even tell me.
No, not in the Foley part.
Oh, because that makes me cringe.
Yeah. But I got it caught in the other side. Really mad. No, it hurts. Anyway, write in your sympathy, please.
Yeah.
Money's good.
Right.
Chocolate's cool. And salt many of your chips. Anyway,
Right.
I'm going to... What?
Before you start, do you want to tell our people about the giveaway?
Oh, yes. You know how we were going to determine the winner of the contest in today's episode? Well, we can't. This is Mel's fault. We have to get our spinning wheel of destiny repaired because Mel, in a fit of pique, spun it way too hard and it went zinging off its center point, hit the railing of my balcony over the top, down 10 floors, and then rolled on its edge into Laurel Creek.
Right. Yeah.
So
Sure
right now
did.
there's a salvage operation to retrieve it.
Absolutely.
And then once it's fixed, we'll do it next week.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, but it's her fault, obviously. Again, just like being late. But we will do it. Not to worry, folks. Right,
No
Mel?
worries. No worries.
Well, there might be some, but not about that.
No.
So I'm going to begin today.
All right.
I have a story. This is something of a, close in, guys. This is for us. This is for us guys.
Okay.
Everybody can listen, of course.
So I should just leave?
No, absolutely. You better not leave because you'll be late getting back. Ha! So,
Someone's sour.
yeah.
Do you want me to turn that off?
If you want.
I'm going to turn it off. You can continue.
No, I'm going to wait. Hurry.
Oh, God.
Do you remember how to do it?
What is that?
Well, that's my drying mat for my kitchen.
Oh, no, it looks like a dart gun or something down there.
A dart gun?
I don't know what it is.
Is it really colorful?
It's yellow and
That's a
orange.
toy. That's for home defense. It's a Nerf gun.
That's what I said. It looked like a Nerf gun.
I said a dart gun.
Well, from a Nerf
to
gun.
put
That's what I
elephants
meant.
asleep or something. Okay, guys, the elephant's down.
Okay, would you just go?
Sure. Okay, so it may be the season of loving and giving, but doctors have warned against embracing the spirit too enthusiastically, at least where sexual relations are concerned.
Oh, dear.
They have discovered that the Christmas period is associated with a significantly increased risk of penile fractures, a medical emergency in which the erection-producing regions of the penis snap, usually as a result of forceful bending during over-enthusiastic sexual intercourse.
Forceful bending.
Yeah, be a good name for a band. This injury tends to occur during wild sex, quote unquote, particularly in positions where you're not in direct eye contact with your partner, such as the reverse cowgirl. It's so pleasant, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Said Dr. Nicolas.
Oh, that guy.
Said Dr. Nicolas Pirgidis, a urologist of the Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich, that'd be in Germany, who led the research. The fractures are often heralded by an audible crack, followed by severe pain, rapid loss of erection, I think so, and severe swelling and bruising. This is ironic. When patients present to their doctor, their penis often looks like an eggplant. Yeah, life imitating art, or the other way around.
Absolutely.
Suspecting that the intimacy and euphoria of the festive season might be a risk factor for this type of injury, the doctor and his colleagues examined hospital data for 3,421 men who sustained penile fractures in Germany between 2005 and 2021. Wow, so there's at least that many.
Wow.
Yikes. The study, first to explore seasonal patterns for this type of injury, found that such injuries were indeed more common over Christmas. In fact, if every day was like Christmas, oh God, perish the thought, 43% more penile fractures would have occurred in Germany. All right. The research was published in the British Journal of Urology International, also found the risk increase at weekends and over the summer holidays. However, New Year's Eve was not associated with any increased incidence of penis injuries. I know why. You know why?
Tell me.
Because it's hard to get the boy up and willing when you got a lot of booze in you.
That's true.
Yeah. We used to call it Brewer's Limp Dick when I was a kid. Not a kid,
Brewer's Limp Dick.
but a youngin'.
Wow.
Yeah, just deal with it. It would be interesting to see data from other countries, but in Germany, Christmas week is widely celebrated, while New Year's tends to be a bit quieter. Yeah, I'd say that's true. Hospital admissions for penile fractures remained relatively consistent during the COVID-19 pandemic, including during lockdown periods. The average age for sustaining such injuries is 42. Most penile fractures occur in unconventional scenarios, such as during extramarital affairs or when sex is performed in unusual locations, adding that such scenarios were possibly more likely when men were approaching midlife. He advised couples to be aware of the risk of injury and exercise caution in the run-up to Christmas. If it does happen, you should present to your doctor as an absolute emergency, because if you are not treated, you could suffer long-term complications. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever experienced this?
Personally, no.
Well, no, I know you don't have a penis, but I mean...
Don't.
Well, I'm assuming.
Broken ones?
Yeah. Well, they're not technically... Because... See, it's kind of weird. Despite the misnomer of the slang term for an erection, there are no bones in the penis. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
call it a fracture, sort of right, because it's a chamber.
Sure.
Right? Like kind of like a balloon type thing that fills up with blood.
Yeah.
Hence the erection. And that pops. It basically deflates it. Yeah. So you would start bleeding. And you got to get to the hospital, dude. Like, it's got to be dealt with. And you're going to want to, because it's apparently, like, it's no picnic.
Very painful.
Like, even if you're having sex on a picnic, it would still be no picnic.
No.
You know, probably worse, because you'd have further to go to get to the car. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
But
wow.
At least there'd be sandwiches, I guess.
Man, bringing out the Christmas spirit.
Well, hey, man, they're doing it because they're all, they're hopped up on Festivus, like the Christmas. Yeah, you don't watch Seinfeld.
I do not.
So far behind.
I can't.
You're like developmentally delayed. In
Yeah,
the
I've tried.
You will. No, this is.
I've tried.
I'm formulating a plan to address this.
Are you now?
This ridiculousness.
And how would this happen?
I'm not telling you here because then there'll be a record of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want it's actionable. Yeah. So, do you have Anne's story for us?
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say when you. Oh no, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Before we continue, I just want to say, dudes, like, be mindful out there, and dudettes, have a look every now and then. If you hear a popping noise, it ain't the Pillsbury Crescents,
No.
So yeah.
No, I was gonna say when you first mentioned about Christmas and having that happen.
Yeah.
Most times around Christmas.
Yeah.
I was also reading another story about mortality rates increase over Christmas time.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's like increases by up to 9% around Christmas.
Well, I think one thing, and I think a lot of people who are, let's say, older or ill, like grievously ill, a lot of them try to hold out.
Yes.
Right.
And that was one of them that they were saying is that people who are really sick, they'll wait because they're trying to get through the holidays.
Well, and you want, somebody you really care about to die on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's going to take some of the wind out of that day.
It absolutely does.
It shouldn't, obviously.
No, but still.
Yeah, it's a negative association, right?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, no, when you first started saying that, I was like, oh yeah, that was a story I was looking at talking about, but
well, I mean, I didn't want to bring in, I did find a really creepy story, which I'll do later, but it involved a suicide. Which was kind of incidental to the story, but I'm like,
wanted to keep it light today.
Well, there's nothing light about, breaking your dick.
No, well, but
it's better than suicide.
It is, yes.
One's treatable, the other, oh God, now it's 4-1 Winnipeg.
Oh, just stop looking at it.
Yeah, I should stop looking at it. Okay, so you got a story.
Yeah,
I
do.
Bring it on.
I'm going to talk about some different traditions throughout the world.
What kind of traditions?
Christmas ones.
Oh, That's timely.
Hence Christmas.
Yeah, I got it.
I know. See
This
what I
would be
did?
cool. Lay it on us.
All right.
Is Krampus one of them?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Sweet.
That one's so cool.
I'm right.
It's in Austria.
And Germany.
Oh, was it Germany as
I
well?
think they actually in Kitchener here. We don't live in Kitchener. We're close though.
Yeah.
But as many people may know, it's a heavy Germanic background. I was
Yes.
once named Berlin, the city.
Yes.
And I think they actually had what was called like a Krampus Kindle.
Oh,
Instead of just like a market
Oh my
dedicated
gosh.
to the dark side of stuff. I'm like, God, I
that's
want
kind
to go
of
to
cool.
that. Anyway,
And I've seen like a lot of movies coming out recently. There's one horror movie that's called Krampus.
is there?
Yeah,
Krampus.
I know. Isn't that cool?
All right. Give
Anyway,
it to us.
it is. It's about Krampus. Alpine countries like Austria have a legend that a devil-like creature called Krampus joins their St. Nicholas festivities on December the 6th.
Yep.
Krampus is a horned, half-goat, half-human figure from Central and Eastern Alpine folklore who accompanies St. Nicholas on Christmas Eve to punish naughty children.
Damn right.
Children are asked for a list of their good and bad deeds.
Mm-hmm.
Good children are rewarded with sweets, apples, and nuts.
Ooh.
And bad children worry what Krampus might bring them on Christmas morning. Krampus punishes bad children with sticks and branches.
Like he gives them sticks and branches, or
Apparently,
he hits
yeah.
them with sticks
I
and
don't
branches?
know. But in some cases, Krampus is said to eat naughty children or take them to hell.
Ooh.
So that's not a fun one. We
Well,
wouldn't
no,
want that.
No, I'd take the sticks, please. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Give me sticks.
Then we're gonna go to Ukraine.
Ooh.
Orthodox Christians make up nearly 49% of Ukraine's population.
Mm-hmm.
They observe Christmas Day on January 7th by dressing in traditional garments and walking through town singing carols.
Yes.
A dish called, and I may not say this right, but it's like kucha.
How do you spell it?
I don't remember because I wrote it out phonetically.
Okay, good. Yep.
It's made of
Just
cooked wheat mixed with honey, ground poppy seeds, and sometimes nuts.
Ooh, I like it.
It's a popular Christmas Eve treat. Some families throw a spoonful of said mixed wheat at the ceiling. If it sticks, there will be good harvest in the new year.
Ah.
So throw your food at the ceiling.
So that's where the 12 days of Christmas comes from.
Oh, does it?
December 25th is day
Yeah.
1.
Okay.
January 6th is the last day.
Ah.
So we obviously in the West mostly celebrate Christmas December 25th.
Yeah.
The Christian Orthodox, so like Russian, Ukrainian,
Yep.
Greek, all sorts of Eastern European, they have Christmas on January 7th. And I have a friend of mine, Svetlana from Russia. Yes, she is really real, and yes, it is really her name. That's when she celebrates Christmas. So we would like send each other Christmas greetings on our respective Christmases.
That's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, that's okay. I like fun facts like
I wasn't
that.
really apologizing anyway.
The Netherlands. Saint
Love
Nicholas.
Love
What?
the Dutch.
Do you?
Oh, yeah, man. If I had to live in another country, it'd be the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
that'd be a great place to go.
Damn, it is.
Saint Nicholas, the man recognized by children by his long white beard, red cape, and red mitre. Kids put a shoe by the chimney or back door and wake up on Christmas morning to find treats like gingerbread men, marzipan, and chocolate ladders inside.
I'd want a really big shoe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no kidding. I have never had marzipan.
it's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never ever had it.
Yeah, it's sweetie. Like,
It's sweetie.
yeah, it's a sweetie. You'd want your shoe to be clean, too, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But whatever. I guess back in them days, like,
Them days.
anything is good. Give me some candy. Put it in an old, I don't know, poop box, or who cares how. I want it. I don't know what a poop box is. I don't even want to know what that is, actually. Just pretend I never said that. All right,
Well,
sorry, next.
Iceland kind of does something similar.
Mm.
So Iceland kind of does the same sort of thing. It's
Okay.
similar to the 12 days of Christmas.
Cool.
Iceland celebrates 13.
Oh, wow.
Each night before Christmas, Icelandic
Yeah, that's right.
children are visited by the 13 Yule lads.
Oh, I know this.
After placing their shoes by the window,
Yeah.
the little ones will head upstairs to bed. In the morning, they'll either have received candy, if they're good,
Mm-hmm.
or be greeted with shoes full of rotten potatoes, if they're bad.
I don't
That'd
want
be
that.
gross, man.
Do they mention Yule Cat?
No.
Damn it. You're cool.
A Yule cat.
Yeah, man.
I've never heard of
Yeah,
such
he's
a
going to
Yule
mess
cat.
you up. He's not a happy cat.
Okay.
No. He's gonna
What
put
cats are, though?
Well,
really.
granted. Yeah, he's there to punish you.
Japan has an interesting one. This one I got a kick out of. Although Christmas isn't a national holiday in Japan, its citizens still find an interesting and delicious way to celebrate. Rather than gathering around the table for a turkey dinner, families head out to their local Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes. I forgot about this. It's out of control. Busy.
Yes.
How soon you got to order it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The tradition began in 1974 after a wildly successful marketing campaign called, not even going to attempt it, but translated, it's Kentucky for Christmas.
I like it.
The fast food chain has maintained its Yuletide popularity, causing most people to order their boxes months in advance or stand in 2-hour-long lines to get their finger-licking good food.
It's a long wait for the duck. Man.
Right? So good. I love Dirty Bird. That was great. The last one, I got to bring Newfoundland into here.
Why not?
About the Newfoundland
Different
mummers.
country.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I said it's a different country.
Uh-huh.
No,
Right.
I'm kidding.
Newfoundland mummers.
Oh, yes. Go on.
Yes. So it's I'll tell the story first and then I'll go back to what I saw. So from December 26th to January 6th, there's a tradition in Newfoundland called mummering. It's a Christmas time house visiting tradition practiced in Newfoundland and Labrador, just for you, Rod,
Thank you.
Ireland, and parts of the United Kingdom. An old Christmas custom from England and Ireland, mummering in a version of its modern-day form can be traced back in Newfoundland into the 19th century. Although it is unclear precisely when this tradition was brought to Newfoundland by the English and Irish, the earliest record dates to 1819. It typically involves a group of friends or family who dress in disguise and visit homes within their community or neighboring communities during the 12 days of Christmas. If the mummers are welcomed into the house, they often do a variety of informal performances that may include dance, music, jokes, or some sort of recital. The hosts have to guess who the mummers' identities are before offering them food or drink. They may poke and prod the mummers to ask them questions. To make this a challenge for the hosts, the mummers must stuff their costumes, cross-dress, or speak while inhaling. To cover the sound of their voices, I guess. Once the mummers have been identified, they remove their disguises, spend some social time with the hosts, and then travel as a group to the next home. So they show up. I was looking at some of these pictures, which I've seen before, but they reminded me of the puppets in Japan, in that little town in Japan.
Yeah.
It's what they kind of look like.
Yeah, like big life-size mannequin things.
Because they put like sheets over their head, and cut the eyes out. So it's like some really bad Halloween costumes, really.
Well, you know what I'm going to do as soon as we're done here?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to try talking while inhaling.
Are you? Okay.
Well, because I want to do it right
Yeah,
now, but
do
I have
it.
no... Huh?
Do it.
Hey, how do you do that?
Hey, Rod. How's it going?
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming it's like that.
Well, I can't.
How's it
I
going?
can't even do it. How do you do it?
Yeah. Newfies do it all the time when they talk. They're like, oh, yeah.
Good thing you're on an island.
Yeah.
Good thing you guys are cut off from the mainland. I know, just kidding.
But yeah, so some of them still do it. It's not a huge tradition, but
Right.
there's
That's
different
cool, though.
forms of it.
Yeah.
But some of the smaller towns, they will still do mummering and stuff and dress up. And
I
it's
just
kinda neat.
thought of this. I think we did it on Christmas Eve. Only like maybe a year or two. Myself and two other friends. We wore our hockey jersey.
oh yeah,
And then we put a hockey sock on top of our head,
Yeah.
like a elf hat or Christmas hat.
yeah.
And we went to different people's places, and we sat outside and we sang, kind of
Okay.
like caroling.
Yeah.
But we sang the same song all the time. I'm going to give a
Okay.
mention to these people. It was Kevin Block, Duke Matthews, a.k.a. Daryl Matthews, and I believe Tom Farr came with us once, too. And the song was, We three kings from Elmira are
Lord.
seeking drinks. We've traveled this far.
God.
Please supply us, don't deny. Oh my God, don't deny us. Show us your Christmas cheer. And I know we went to one person's house and they wouldn't answer the door, so we climbed in their bedroom window while they were in
did
bed.
not.
We sure did. They were friends. And then they got up and gave us drinks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a good time, man.
That's fun.
So that kind of stuff, like what you're talking about, this mummering, which is kind of a cool word.
Yeah, it is.
That stuff's awesome. That to me,
that's cool.
things like that are what I love about Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And Newfoundland, just in general, is very community driven like that. They're always looking for excuses to go to people's houses. And
well, and it's like small town anywhere.
It's
too.
small town.
It's the same, you know, like.
Yeah.
When I grew up in Omar, it was a much smaller town.
Yeah.
You know, it's half the size.
Yeah.
That it is now when I moved there. So, yeah, like I don't think it's bad or worse now. It's just different. And that community stuff, I think is fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Another big thing in Newfoundland are kitchen parties, which I don't know if you've heard that term before.
Of course.
And Christmas Eve is like one of the best ones. So I had never really been to one, just being raised as I was, it wasn't something that we really did. But when I was dating my ex-boyfriend, he was from Newfoundland.
Right.
And we went back for Christmas one year. And he had said, oh, we're going to so-and-so's house for a Christmas Eve kitchen party. I'm like, what? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's a party in the kitchen.
It was the most insane, incredible party I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Now, waking up hungover on Christmas Day was new for me. I'd never ever done that before.
I'm happy to never do it again.
Holy smokes, but what a party.
But
what
a
time.
That's a thing here, too. We don't really have a name for it. But, I mean, if I think about going to parties when I was younger, very often, it was in a kitchen.
Oh, of course.
Well, because you had
That's
a table.
Where the food is, too.
And you had chairs, right?
Yeah.
Yep. No, it worked out well. But those are cool little traditions, man.
Yeah.
And I especially love the Icelandic ones. A podcast that I listen to, they're now huge. They're too big for our britches. But they're called Morbid. And they do a whole episode on like the evil creatures of Christmas.
Okay.
So like Krampus. Mennonite community has one called Belsnickel.
Belsnickel.
Oh, yeah,
what a fun word.
It is. Well, yeah, I think it's 2 words. I don't know. But like the Yule dudes. And their mother, because she had all these kids, and those are the Yule lads or whatever they're called. And same with the Yule cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is kind of cool.
I've got a story. Traditions. Yeah, go for it. Oh, I can't get my mic.
As I've said, and I kind of just mentioned a minute ago, there are aspects of Christmas that I absolutely adore. And there are. For the absolute most part, Christmas music is not one of them. I'm not a believer in any supreme being. I am an atheist, spiritualist, but not, I don't believe in a God. But most of my favorite Christmas songs are the religious Christmas songs because the music is better, right? It's well written.
Yeah.
With the exception of like a couple of 3 others, the rest of them can all go to hell.
Right.
And I wouldn't mind if it played for like the week of Christmas, but this stuff starts in November.
It's insane.
It's obscene, man. No. Anyway, so I saw this story and I hope this is going to become a thing. So, global heroes Thomas and Hannah Mazzetti, a British-Swedish couple currently residing in Sweden, have launched an online fundraiser to buy the rights to the insufferably awful, now this is not my editorializing, this is the article, the insufferably awful 1984 Wham song Last Christmas, and remove it from the airwaves permanently. The fundraiser to purchase the Insipid Tunes rights, currently owned by Warner Chappell Music UK and valued at between $15 and $25 million, has a long way to go to its goal of the low end of that range, having only collected $62,100 as of Friday. It is a long way.
Yeah.
Hannah was inspired by a past trauma in which she counted the song being played no less than 111 times during a single shift she worked at a cafe in Oxford, England. Some people love to hear the song 500 times a day, and those people are our enemies. Hannah said of the public reaction to the fundraiser, which, if successful, will see the master recording for Last Christmas buried in a nuclear waste dump in Finland. Of course, that's symbolic and will not have nearly as much wham as the song's concurrent permanent removal from all radio stations and streaming services, a true gift of joy and goodwill to all.
Oh my God.
So these people want to buy the rights to this song and destroy it.
Yeah.
God, I love it.
I don't blame them.
Oh,
I don't
are
blame
you
them.
kidding
It's
me?
a terrible song.
Because I've always thought if I won like something big, like $50 million,
Yeah.
you know, we like entertain, what would we do with it? Well, first off, I'd give away like probably 40 odd million in like to charities and good stuff and family and friends. Because how much do I need to live on?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Like if 10 million isn't enough, I got serious problems. Right? But now I have something new in which to invest my money.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was Elon Musk, I'd be buying up the rights for songs I hated all the time and just eradicate them from existence. God, that's a lofty goal, isn't it?
Was that another goal?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not watching that. I meant it's a lofty goal.
Oh,
what
I
I'm
thought you were
saying.
talking about the hockey game.
No, you told me not to watch it.
Well, it's over now, I think.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah. But I was hoping, as somebody commented on the story, like, why not, what's the bloody one Mariah Carey does?
Oh my God, I can't stand that song. It's a great song, but it's too much.
Oh, God.
It's too much.
I don't even really have an opinion on her, but when she lobbied to make her title the Queen of Christmas,
Ugh.
like a
Get
copyright, and they're like, yeah, forget it.
Yeah, no,
I'm
thank
like,
you.
good. Just on general principle.
Yeah, she's no.
Off. She's dumb as a rock.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and there's thousands of Christmas songs out there. Why do they always have to play like 30?
What's your least favorite? Okay, you don't have to answer it right away, but before the end of the episode,
Yeah.
I want you to say, even though you're about to read a story, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Your least favorite Christmas song.
I already know.
Oh.
Me and my husband had this conversation the other day.
And?
We're talking about our ones we hate. That one, do they know it's Christmas in Africa or
Really?
something like that? I fucking hate that song.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I just can't listen to it.
Like, granted, I don't want to hear it either because it's been overplayed to
Yeah,
death.
and that's really what it is. It's just overplayed, and I hate hearing it.
But the sickening people who call themselves liberal, and as a hard left-wing liberal, I don't classify them as liberals. I just classify them as annoying. They're talking about the line in that song and how offensive it is. And the line is, I think it's Bono from U2 who sings it, is, well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. They're like, that's really crass, wishing someone to starve to death.
Right.
I'm like, have you ever read anything beyond, a fortune cookie,
Yeah.
you moron?
Yeah.
How about some context? I realize that's lacking in contemporary discourse.
Yeah.
But what it's saying is, you're glad it's not you.
Yes.
There before the grace of God is
Yeah.
another way of saying
Yeah,
it. you
I know.
If I'm
it's
going
just
by
one
in
of
a
those
car
songs.
accident and I'm like, well, I'm ever glad that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm not therefore saying, oh, I'm ever glad they got hurt.
Right.
More, how
Right.
stupid are people?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, it's the one they tried to cancel there a few years ago.
Yeah, Baby, It's Cold Outside.
God.
Give me a break.
Give me
you know
a
what was,
break.
You know what really pissed me off the most? There's nothing in the line in question
Right.
that is, you have to infer it. You have to choose to decide that's what is
Yes.
meant by the line.
100%.
And why would
Yeah.
you? Because it's not within the context
No,
of the
it's
song
not.
at
It's
all.
not. And I really
At
like
all.
that song. That's actually one of the
It is a
Christmas
nice song.
ones that I enjoy.
And I think I think Ella Fitzgerald sings it, and she's got a killer voice. Or
Yes.
she had a killer voice.
Yes.
But then we'll have that
Yeah.
absolute piece of talentless garbage, Cardi B,
Yeah.
they'll flock around her like she's the second coming.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
Anyway, fortunately, that
Yeah.
song, it withstood it, and hopefully it'll outlive all these parasitical types.
I hope so.
Anyway, yes, right. You know what song I really hate? Is the Bruce Springsteen version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
God, that's a terrible one, too.
I hate it.
Yeah. Also, extremely overplayed.
Well, they all are, so that's a
Yes.
given. But it's where it's the same
Yes.
line, Santa Claus is coming to town. And then he says it with the exact same intonation and inflection,
Yeah.
like 97
Yeah.
times in
Yeah.
a row.
So it's not even so much the song as who's singing it and how it's sung.
I'm not a big
Really?
Springsteen fan. I like him. Like, I think
Right.
as an artist, he's fantastic. I'm just not huge on his art. But no, it's just like, shut up.
Yes.
Why don't you go back to Jersey? That's where he's from. And do something other than that song.
Yeah.
Do heroin. No, maybe don't do heroin.
No.
Eat bacon.
Eat bacon.
Yeah. Anything's better than that song. But
Okay.
that's one of my least favorites. But
Yeah.
now, you have a story.
Oh, yeah.
Ha!
I guess I do, don't I?
You're darn tootin' you do.
All right.
Gosh, I'm hungry.
I'm going to talk about some toy crazes over the years.
Sweet.
Yes.
Then
Just a few.
I'm gonna think of a question of what toy did you get for Christmas that was your favorite? If you
Oh,
can answer that.
I'm saving that for last. That's
Oh.
my last one.
Excellent.
And I have a great story to follow up on that
Lay it
one.
on us.
So, I mean, we've obviously heard of some of the, fist fights along the years of toys that cause some,
What do you mean, like people trying to buy them?
yeah.
That's out of hand, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, but, I mean, it happens, right? Especially
Oh, I know
before
it
the
does.
days of Amazon, where you had to go to a store and wait to get a toy.
Yeah, I guess.
This one, it wasn't so much fighting for this one, but I thought it was really interesting. The story of Mr. Potato Head.
Okay.
One of the most bizarre toys at the moment of its creation was Mr. Potato Head. George Lerner developed the idea in 1949 using real potatoes that could be embellished with add-ons to make a toy man. He would make them for his sister to play with as dolls.
Huh.
So he tried to sell said dolls.
Why not?
Some manufacturers were afraid that using so much food for playtime would be frowned upon by parents who had just experienced the food rationing of World War II. But Lerner caught a break in 1951 when he made a deal with the toy company that would become Hasbro. What catapulted Mr. Potato Head into fame was the very first toy that was on a television commercial.
Oh, really?
It launched in 1952.
Okay.
Helping it become one of the must-have toys that Christmas. When they sold it, though, you're buying a kit, and you have to put it on your own potato.
Oh, potato not included.
Yeah,
Right.
it was just the potato.
Okay, that's interesting.
But by the end of year 1 million Mr. Potato Heads were sold at 98 cents a kit.
Wow.
The potato head parts were expected to be installed in actual potatoes until the 1960s, when regulations and complaints about shoving plastic pieces into rotting vegetables forced Hasbro to create the familiar plastic stud body that we know today.
Sorry,
So.
stud body?
Stud body potato.
Interesting.
Get it? Stud. Spud.
Oh,
Spud. I
thought
said
you
stud.
I'm
I
like,
did say stud,
Dude, girl,
Stud
pack
body.
it in. Like, just,
but I
you know.
meant spud.
I gotcha.
But potato stud sounds
so Bud
better.
the stud from the Bright
Bud
Red
the
Mud.
stud.
Right.
Another popular one was...
Sorry, did you ever have Miss Potato Head?
Yes.
Did you ever have one?
Yes.
Oh, did you? I
Yeah.
didn't. All right.
Yeah, we
Sure.
did.
Carry
We
on.
still have one somewhere, and it's like it's a big giant one, and
Right.
all the parts go inside of it. Like, it's a giant plastic one.
Hmm.
And I was going to get rid of it, but I'm like,
Never know when it might come in handy.
you never know. You never know.
Okay, next.
Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh, God. Yeah.
The infamous Tickle Me Elmo shopping frenzy of 1996 involved stampedes, scalpers, arrests, and multiple
Yeah,
injuries.
I remember that.
Rosie O'Donnell helped kick off Elmo madness by featuring the Sesame Street toy on her talk show in October. By Black Friday, 1996, the electric stuffed Muppet was sold out in stores across the country, and chaos ensued whenever they were restocked. Walmart employee Robert Waller was caught in a stampede when his store received a late-night shipment of the coveted gift. I was pulled under, trampled. This part I don't understand. He says the crotch was yanked right out of my brand new jeans.
Shit.
I don't.
Maybe somebody was trying to tickle his elbow.
Maybe someone was trying to tickle him. Yes. Maybe.
Anna, give Elmo a tickle. I don't know how to do his voice.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you.
He suffered pulled hamstring, injuries to his back, jaw, and knee, a broken rib, and a concussion.
Wow.
I was kicked with a white Adidas before I became unconscious.
Jeez Louise.
So that was some Tickle Me Elmo action.
People got charged for that. That's
oh my gosh.
man.
Unreal. Unreal.
A nice Christmas spirit.
It's like the old videos you used to see with Black Friday. You don't see that so much anymore. But people piling in through the doors at Black Fridays.
Right, but remember, Black Friday hasn't been a thing forever either.
No, it hasn't.
Like, I don't know, it
No.
might have started in the 90s.
Yeah.
I certainly don't remember growing up hearing that term.
I don't remember,
You know.
no. But I think it was more of an American thing, and maybe that's why.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Another one was the Beanie Babies.
Oh, yes.
During the height of their popularity in the mid to late 90s, many people were convinced that their beanie collections were actually clever investments and that the small stuffed toys would one day be worth thousands. Kids and some adult buyers made sure to keep their collectibles tags intact and not to decrease their resale value. The rarity of many Beanie Baby designs were actually a strategic decision by, I think it's Ty, is that how you pronounce it? The TY? Or is it TY Inc.? However you say it.
I would say Ty. I don't know.
They purposely produced a limited quantity of each animal and regulated how many each store could keep in stock.
Right.
This led to the insanity of people spending hundreds of dollars on a single toy, thinking that it would be worth something one day. That was kind of a smart marketing ploy.
Well, it is. It's like Franklin Mint. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
They only make so much. They're never worth anything.
No, I know.
Nothing. Like, unless you actually are a collector of them.
Yeah.
Which is, well, whatever, man. Whatever keeps you happy. But they're not worth it.
No, they're not. But I remember it was so crazy with those toys. I mean, that was a little bit past my time, but...
Mine too, yeah.
Still. And the best for last.
Do tell.
The Cabbage Patch Dolls.
Of course. No Teddy Ruxpin, eh?
I was going to talk about Teddy Ruxpin, but there actually wasn't a ton of information on Teddy Ruxpin.
Just so I could mock his voice.
Oh my God. I love you.
Get away from me, you creepy bastard.
Oh, I remember my friend having one of those. It was creepy. It was very creepy.
So Cabbage Patch Dolls.
Cabbage Patch Dolls. The hype surrounding Cabbage Patch Kids in 1983 caused near riots, breaking out over a simple, some might say even ugly, cloth and vinyl dolls.
I would say.
One woman suffered a broken leg when a 1,000-person crowd turned into a violent department store mob, while a store manager claimed he armed himself with a baseball bat to defend his position behind the counter amid the chaos. They knocked over the display table. People were grabbing at each other, pushing and shoving. It got ugly, said one store manager. It's still anyone's guess as to why everyone so desperately wanted a Cabbage Patch Kid, although many speculate that the adoption certificates that they came with fueled feelings of personal connectionness attached to the doll, and each doll was unique. The mania subsided after 2 years, but only after they sold $250 million in dolls with a $300 million back order.
Dang.
Like, it was
over
nuts.
$500,000.
So I should get my mom to dig up the picture of me holding a Cabbage Patch doll.
You still have yours?
I do.
Do you?
His name is John David Baker.
Did you name it?
I did.
Why John?
I don't know.
Why? Okay.
I don't know. I was,
is it a boy
6?
for sure?
Yes. Yes.
Dare I ask how you know?
You don't really.
Oh, you
but
decided.
maybe it said on the adoption certificate, because I do have that too somewhere.
Oh, cool.
Maybe it said boy. I don't remember, but it looked like a boy.
Gotcha.
And then I got the preemie like a few years later. They made preemies.
What do you mean, like premature?
Yep, they were preemie Cabbage Patch dolls. Ooh. And her name was Raylene Amanda Baker.
Was she really, really small and skinny?
It was just a smaller version of a normal Cabbage Patch doll.
Do you have to like put it like in an incubator?
No, you didn't have to do that.
Okay, good.
No,
good.
No,
that's good.
But that doll, so that Cabbage Patch doll, the OG.
Yep.
Because their heads smelled like baby powder.
Gross.
It still smells like baby powder.
That's because you have it at home.
Yes.
That's because Mark comes in every week and puts baby powder.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I remember, so I obviously got one when it was the year they came out.
Yep.
And my mom went to, I don't know, probably Kmart at that point or Woolworth or something to get this Cabbage Patch doll.
Sweet.
And she was in the crowd at the front door waiting to go in to get this stupid doll.
Really?
The way she tells the story kills me every time. She said she was running through the store. She had a purse with like a strap on it. So she just had it hooked on one shoulder and it hooked on a clothing rack or something. Yeah. She left it, kept running with everybody else. Yeah. And she was, there was one left that she managed to wiggle her way through the crowd.
Wow.
And grab this one. And there was a man grabbing for it at the exact same time. And Mom grabbed it and snatched it out of his arms and took off.
Wow.
She's like, I was having that Cabbage Patch doll.
Did
that was
she
the
go back
only
and get
thing.
Her bag?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she did.
That's...
Isn't that crazy to think about? Like,
I just can't imagine, like, anything that I would want.
No.
I'm not faulting your mother.
No,
like,
oh gosh, no.
Not even an iota.
No.
But just like.
But it was the only thing I wanted that year was a Cabbage Patch doll.
And you were how old?
I would have been 5 or 6.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Well, if
for
it was
her,
83,
man.
then yeah, I would have been 6.
Is that when it was?
Yeah.
You'd have been 5.
I would have been 6.
You were born in 78.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We gotta do some remedial math here now, do we? But no, good on her for doing that. Man.
Yeah.
You should wish her a Merry Christmas.
I should.
Yeah.
I should.
And tell her you love her.
Yeah. I'm gonna dig out that picture of me holding the Cabbage Patch doll.
Can we put it on our?
Absolutely.
Send it over.
Yeah. You'll probably see like the wood, the forest wallpaper in the background, and the floral brown couches and
paneling. That's awesome, man. That's an awesome story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you have a pretty solid mom there on the Christmas present
she did
front.
Good.
I'm just actually sitting here trying to think of what toy that I got at Christmas that I really remembered. You know what I mean? Like I remember some of them, but that I really was like, yeah. I got like I don't remember what the dude's name was. It was kind of like G.I. Joe, but it wasn't. I think we called him like Danger Dan or some shit.
Okay.
But it was like a van.
Okay.
And it was like, I don't know, like 18 inches long and like 12 inches high. So it wasn't, and your action figures that were like 8 inches high probably would go in it. And it was full of camping gear. It was a camping van.
Oh, cool.
Dude, it was a good time. And I'd have been like, I'd have been 7.
Yeah.
And actually a girl that I went to school with before I moved to Elmira, she remembers me getting that.
Really?
Yeah. And because I hung out with her, and she probably was at a birthday thing or something and saw it. And, she's like, I live vicariously through you, like for that, because I always wanted the Barbie van, and her folks just never came through. They're good people, but we don't get everything we want. Right?
I always wanted the Barbie Corvette.
Oh, I remember,
like the remote control one.
Oh, I don't remember that. Well, maybe if you're a good girl, Her
birthday's coming up.
Is it? Yeah. So those are cool, man. Cool toys. I still love looking at toys.
I do too.
Like, I don't know why. Like, did you guys ever get the Sears catalog?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Don't even get me started, man.
That was the best.
You're like, all right, fuck, pass the clothes, pass housewares.
Yeah.
Usually at the back.
The fruitcake pages.
Here we go. And there's like 25 pages, 30 pages of toys.
Great.
You're like, all right, I want 3 of these.
Yeah.
You know, good times for sure.
I know.
For sure.
To go back.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No.
Who was it? Was it Robert Frost who said you can never go home? I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody. Jesus. Yeah. So I think that's it for today.
I think that's it for today.
I liked your stories.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry to bring penis into it today, but
that's okay.
I think it's a good cautionary
Nothing
tale.
wrong with talking about the schlong.
Isn't there?
Yeah.
The schlong.
The schlong.
So tactful. Yeah. So we're going to go off and have ourselves a couple glasses of Christmas joy.
Yes.
And we will, of course, be back next week with another exciting episode. It'll be exciting.
Yes.
And I hope for all of you to have a very safe and happy holidays. And I hope everything goes well and you enjoy everything. And remember to take stock of what you do have rather than what you would like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about the good folks in your life. Having a nice warm home. Food.
Yes.
Hopefully some booze.
And no broken weens.
Well, ideally, yeah, no fractured peepees on this one. But no, do take care and have yourself a great Christmas. Would you like to say anything, Mel?
Yeah. Well, in your Christmas cheer, you can check out our website at theabsurdpodcast.ca.
All right.
And you'll find our links on there. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, all the things.
Yeah, Deezer.
All the things. Deezer.
Yeah.
Deezer.
And don't forget the contest. Remember to please tag our post, post it on your own wall, share it with somebody who doesn't listen, ideally, and please tell us what your favorite story is that we've ever covered. You'll be in the contest.
Yay, contest.
Ooh, good times. All right. Well, thanks again, everyone, for listening, and take good care of yourselves and one another.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
No, how's the other one go? La 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 la.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mel. Music by Audionautics.com.